Hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ralph, and I'm working on this kit, and I'm really enjoying it. And you know how I like to look at other variants and research kind of that stuff, and I have a little bit of fun. And I'm enjoying this kit, and I didn't really intend on building it, but a couple months back I picked up some rebuilders and stuff from Bernie's Bargain Barn, as he had a sale like 3 months back. And so I had an extra one, and I started playing with it just because it was an extra one, and turned into that I'm building this and enjoying it. So because of it, and I've got a couple of these C4 Corvette kits already in my stash, but when it comes down to it, Bernie's Bargain Barn, is really like to call him again. He had picked up another collection of a little over 1,000 kits. So I had a little bit of a spending spree, went over to his house when he had opened up what he had and what was for sale and everything. So we got to see, it's kind of a private sale, but not really. A lot of the local modelers, but he doesn't sell online or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. We get a lot of good stuff, but because I'm enjoying this, is kind of, and researching a lot of the stuff from the 90s and later kind of influenced my spending spree. But let me show you some of the things that I had come home with. First is this one. And just about all these were sealed kits. This is, the Revell Impala SS. And I've passed this up a few times, but, he had this for $9 and it was sealed. So I grabbed it and, just for the stash and later date. But I'd rather it was a 96 and not a 94. But it is what it is. And, it's just going to go in the stash, and it'll eventually get built, or that's the intention, is to build all of these. But grab that one. And then another one, I'd mentioned this one on the channel a couple of times, that I had it as a kid. And, they seem to be plentiful over here, and I run into them all the time. So it was the same thing. It's like, he had one for $9, so I grabbed it. So, and it was the same thing. It was a sealed kit. Although this one wasn't without its flaws. The tires are sitting here. It's got some tire melt on some of the parts, but the glass is where it got it the worst here. So you can see a lot of marks on the inside here, and some of them are pretty deep. You can really feel it. So I don't know if I can polish those out or not, but I'll give that a try, or I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I'll find another kit for parts to fix this one. But that's kind of some of the theme here. So got a couple of those here, and another one he had in his stash. And I haven't had this kit. I don't know why. It's not like I've been avoiding it. I got a couple of the Roadsters from Revell, and this one, another one, $9, and it was recently reissued, and I thought about picking up the recent reissue with the 40% off at Hobby Lobby. But for this one, I jumped on it. Same thing. It was a sealed kit. No damage that I'd seen everywhere, with the only exception being the decals are aged and cracking. So, and then there's a smudge mark here, but somehow I've got extra sets of these decals. And one time I had gotten a huge collection of decals from a few people. And so I've got a whole bunch of decals. Whether they're any good, I don't know. But grab this one, and would like to make an L88 version of this, of which 20 were actually made. Coupe or convertible, but 20 total L88 67 Corvettes. And the body and everything else, really nothing to change. It's just basically the engine air cleaner, and just under the hood, get some of those parts and make them work with this. But grab that one. And another one, this was on my list. I have trouble passing these up. So, of course, Fujimi Lamborghini Countach. And this box is beat up and squished. And so I'm like, all right. And this one was 25. I'm like, that's kind of pushing it, but opened it up and was checking it out and looked it over, and I want to make a 5000 QV, as I've already got one of these kits already of this exact one, but I was just keeping them like, if I run into a regular QV. So it's kind of funny when I look this one over. Check this out. Let me get these out. This is like one of the special parts. It's got two of the same side. Two rights, no left. But these are the two special parts, and then a separate wing. But you have the stock wing here, or the more Lamborghini wing, versus the special wing. So I don't need these parts. I've got this kit, and I've got a matching set to build this version. So I just kind of laughed, so that doesn't bother me. And I looked it over, I didn't see any real damage, but these ones, they can be damaged easily with all of the stuff that's crammed in these boxes and all the parts. But I've got like 8 of these already, but I just couldn't pass this one up. I had that problem, you know, a cheap bargain, and I jump on it. Here's another one that, same thing, didn't really need, but just like the Ferrari Testarossa, and this being the last version, the 512 TR 92, you know, I did the Miami Vice one recently, and this is the last variant of the Testarossa. And it's a Fujimi kit. It's a kind of a simple kit. Nothing really special on it, but the only thing, same thing, this thing is unbuilt, but its decals, this is from 1992, are pretty much shot. So I'll be looking for decals eventually for this. Just find something a little bit better. But, you know, the kit itself is all there, and no damage to any of it, but it's in there. So put that one aside. Of course, the Corvette leaned me into this one. Had to pick this one up. It's an 87 Corvette, and it's the official pace car. And, you know, other than the decals, really nothing special about it. But first year for the C4 Corvette Roadster. So, like, all right, this kind of, and Bernie had a few of these, but the one I picked ended up being a bad one. I sort of been playing with it and started taking the parts off, because all of this was on a tree, but this windshield, check this windshield out. Couldn't believe it. It's cracked in the center, scratched, smashed. I mean, this windshield took a beating. I couldn't believe it. So I'm gonna grab another kit. And then on top of it, I've never seen taillights like this before. There's looks like black plastic got into the red, so there's no actual damage, but this one is not transparent like the others. You can see the swirl in these. So these are bad. Taillights are bad. The windshield was bad. There's a little bit of tire melt on the dash there. And in the chrome, which the chrome on these is not very good. I'm probably going to paint them silver. But there's a whole lot in there where it just, you can see the yellow, and the chrome really didn't cover too well, especially at this angle. So you can really see it. But Bernie had 2 more of these kits sealed also. So I'm going to pick them up and give them a try. So there's another Corvette I picked up. But, you know, $9 sealed kit. There's no way any of us would have known in there. And then grab this one as well. No real reason. I just didn't have the 40th anniversary. There's really not much different between this and the 96, other than the wheels and the seat patterns are different, but the rest of the parts are the same. Same engine, same everything else. And I got that 95 parts kit. But this one's got a good windshield, and all the parts are there to build it. The only thing that was kind of strange, I did the same thing, I started playing with it, is these tires sweated out some sort of oil and got all over the plastic bag and on the hood. I'd never seen that before, but no real damage, just had to clean it off. No tire melt or anything. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. And then the last 2 I picked up that day. Let's move these out of the way. Just put them up there. Grab this. Ferrari 250 GT California Spider. Love this car, and want to build this, but the ironic part about this is a sealed kit, and it's kind of funny because you know, it's got the $16 price tag, and you know, it's sealed, and you know, tester's kit, and you know, these are become pretty rare, and they go for some crazy money. I've seen people asking $100 on eBay for them, but years ago I went looking for this, and I wanted to buy this kit, and I did buy one opened, but you know, the pictures and everything, and no damage, and it'll be a good kit. And I swear I paid like $50 or $60 on eBay. So here's a sealed one that he had for $10. I could not walk away from that, even though I didn't need it. Could not walk away from it. But in that same spirit, he also had this one. another Testarossa or Ferrari 250 GTO testers kit. And I don't have this kit, but I do have the Fujimi version of it. And I understand that's a much better kit than this Italiera one. But same thing, it has price tag here. And, it's got a $45 price tag here from somebody at some point in time. There's one up here. I don't know what price that has on it. It's kind of marred up and everything. But another sealed kit that I just couldn't pass up for $10. I love the box art on these. They just look really good. Even though the kit itself is decent, but the Fujimi one is much better. And this is from 1988. So being, the Testors one, and I don't think this one's been reissued. I'm not sure. This is from 1990. Well, if you go by the copyright dates. But I know this one's rarer than this one. But I couldn't pass those up here, so ended up walking away with 3 Ferraris, 1 Lamborghini, and 5 Chevys. And I'm pretty much a muscle car guy and a Mopar guy, but the issue with that is I don't get into too much of my stash on that, because I probably have every model kit that kind of falls into a stock muscle car category. So, when it comes to me purchasing, it's probably going to be a newer version or a very rare rebuilder, or, just what I'm interested in right now. So that's what some of this stuff is. It's just cars that interest me. I haven't built either one of these. And most of those I have not built, but some of them, are from that time frame. So really enjoying some of these and looking for some of the parts to fix some of these. But some of them I bought, this one I'll build, probably get the right color. Don't know how I'm going to build this one, but it's going to be stock. Probably do the pace car because that's kind of fun, but pick those up. And then first the Lamborghinis. I got so many of these, and I've got 2 started. Need to finish one of those, but this is my haul for this weekend, and kind of enjoyed it. I haven't had a whole lot of time to actually work on models with Christmas and decorating and family obligations and birthday parties and stuff like that. So I've been having a lot of fun with life, but I haven't had a whole lot of modeling time because of it. Not complaining. It's part of the 'tis the season and everything, and I hope everybody's having a good old time and experiencing that as well. But I hope you guys get time to get on the model desk also. So thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and thumbs ups. I really like it, and I really do appreciate it. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Saturday.